The wind rolled across Crescent Valley like a whispered warning, bending the treetops as if something unseen moved through them. Ava Morgan tightened her scarf and headed down the quiet road that led away from town. The sky was bruised with violet streaks, a sign that night would fall faster than usual. She liked walking at dusk, the world softened, and her thoughts grew clear. But tonight felt different. The air was heavier. The silence deeper. And somewhere in the fog-covered distance, something was watching. Ava paused on the old bridge that crossed the river. The water below swirled with silver reflections, disturbed only by the dim glow of lanterns from nearby houses. As she leaned against the railing, she heard footsteps behind her, slow, measured, almost cautious. She turned sharply. A stranger stood there. He was tall, broad-shouldered, dressed in dark clothing worn from heavy travel. His hair, black and slightly windswept, fell just above eyes that were storm-gray and unsettlingly intense. He didn't look lost, he looked haunted. "Are you okay?" Ava asked, stepping closer but keeping her guard up. The stranger's jaw tightened. "Are you okay?" he replied without answering her question. Ava blinked. "I'm fine. You just startled me." He looked back into the fog slowly drifting up from the valley, the muscles in his forearms tightening. "You shouldn't be out here tonight." "Why not?" He exhaled like someone who had been carrying a burden too long. "Because something followed me." Before Ava could laugh or ask what he meant, the temperature plunged. Her breath turned visible. The fog around them thickened unnaturally, not drifting, but curling, as if moving with intention, forming shapes that dissolved too quickly to identify. Ava stepped back. "What is that?" The stranger didn't answer. He grabbed her wrist, firm but not painful, and pulled her behind him as a low growl echoed through the fog. A sound not made by any human throat. He whispered, "Don't run until I tell you." Ava's heart hammered. The fog parted in front of them, revealing a hulking silhouette with bent limbs and an elongated spine. Its joints cracked with each step. Its white eyes burned through the mist like ghostly lanterns. Ava's breath caught in her chest. The stranger's fingers wrapped around her wrist, steadying her trembling. "Now," he murmured. "Run." They sprinted across the bridge as the creature shrieked behind them, a sound that rattled Ava's bones. The boards under their feet vibrated as something heavy landed on the far end. "Faster," the stranger shouted. They burst into the forest, branches slapping their faces, roots grabbing at their shoes. Behind them the creature crashed through trees like they were paper. Ava stumbled over a fallen trunk, but the man caught her waist mid-fall, pulling her upright without slowing down. She gasped for breath. "What is that thing?" He didn't look back. "A curse. A nightmare. A hunter. And why is it chasing you?" His voice cracked slightly. "Because it always finds me. And it always takes something from me." They ran until Ava's lungs burned, until the sounds of pursuit faded into distant growls. Eventually they reached a clearing with an abandoned cabin half swallowed by vines. The stranger ushered her inside before pushing a heavy wooden table against the door. Ava leaned against the wall, panting. "Okay, start talking." He turned toward her, breathing hard. His shirt sleeve was torn, and 3 deep claw marks streaked his arm, bleeding heavily. Ava's fear dissolved briefly into instinct. She rushed to him. "Sit down." He didn't argue. Ava tore the hem of her shirt and wrapped his wound as best she could. His skin was warm, but the faint glow beneath the torn flesh chilled her. "What's your name?" she asked. "Kai." "I'm Ava." Kai nodded faintly, then looked toward the door again. "It's not safe here for long." Ava sank onto the dusty floor. "Was that thing after me too?" "No," Kai whispered. "It wants me. It always has." Ava felt his words like a weight pressing into the room. She reached out impulsively and touched his hand. He flinched, not in pain, but emotion. "You're shaking," she whispered. "You should be scared of me," he said softly. She pulled back slightly. "Why?" Kai unbuttoned the top of his shirt and lowered the fabric. Ava's lips parted in shock. A crimson crescent-shaped mark glowed faintly on his chest, as if alive. "This," he said. "It's an ancient brand placed on one member of every generation in my family. The moon chooses the hunter, and the hunted." Ava swallowed. "So you're the hunter?" Kai shook his head slowly. "I'm both. I kill the creature every generation. Then I become the next creature's target." Ava stared at him. "That thing is after you, because of this curse." Kai's eyes darkened. "It takes the person closest to the marked one. Someone you love. Someone whose loss brings the most pain." Ava's whole body went still. She whispered. "Has it taken someone before?" Kai nodded, jaw clenched, eyes shimmering with old grief. "My fiancé. 3 years ago." Ava's breath hitched. "Kai. I'm so sorry." He looked away. "That's why I stay alone now. No attachments. No risks. No one for it to take." Ava felt a tightness in her chest that wasn't fear, it was sympathy, and something else she didn't want to name. "Well," she said softly, "too late for that now." Kai froze. Their eyes met. Something shifted. Fear and attraction intertwined like two vines climbing the same tree. "You saved me back there," Ava said. "And you didn't have to." "I couldn't let it touch you," Kai murmured, voice barely audible. Ava moved closer. Without thinking, her hand brushed his cheek, rough, warm, trembling slightly. Kai closed his eyes. "Ava, don't," he whispered. "I can't lose someone again." "You haven't lost me," she said. "And I'm not going anywhere." She leaned closer. Kai didn't pull away this time. Their lips met, hesitant at first, then deeper, more desperate. Ava clutched the back of his neck. Kai pulled her closer like he had been drowning for years and only now found air. When they finally parted, Kai rested his forehead against hers. "I don't deserve this," he whispered. "Maybe," Ava replied, "you deserve more than you think." Suddenly something slammed into the side of the cabin. Dust rained from the ceiling. The creature shrieked outside, its claws scraping wood. Kai leapt to his feet. "It's found us." Ava grabbed the metal torch from near the hearth. "Then we make a stand." Kai stared at her, not like she was foolish, but like she was extraordinary. "You're braver than anyone I've ever known," he said. "Or dumber. Or perfect." The creature roared again. Kai pulled out a curved silver blade from his pack. Ava raised her torch. "If we survive this, you owe me dinner." Kai smirked. "If we survive this, I owe you everything." The creature smashed through the window. Shards flew like razors. Ava ducked and swung the torch, fire cracking through the air. The monster recoiled, smoke rising from its skin. Kai lunged, blade gleaming in the firelight. Their movements were chaotic but synchronized, a dance of survival. Ava struck again, fire meeting darkness. Kai slashed, silver meeting bone. The creature screamed, shaking the trees. Its claws missed Ava's face by inches as Kai tackled her out of harm's way. "Stay behind me," he ordered. "Not a chance," she shot back. They fought side by side, Ava with fire, Kai with steel, until at last Kai drove the silver blade into the creature's chest. The crimson symbol on his own chest flared with blinding light. The monster convulsed, disintegrating into ash that scattered through the wind. Silence. Ava collapsed into Kai's arms. "Kai, we did it." He held her tightly, breathing her in. "No. You did it. You saved me." The curse mark on Kai's chest dimmed, then disappeared entirely. Ava touched the spot. It's gone. I'm free, Kai breathed. For the first time in my life. The sun began to rise, its golden light pushing away the last remnants of fog. Ava leaned into Kai's chest, exhausted but safe. So, about that dinner. Kai laughed, the first real laugh she'd heard from him. Wherever you want. As long as you stay. Ava smiled softly. I'm not going anywhere. Hand in hand, they walked out of the forest, two survivors, two hearts newly entangled, two lives changed forever, into a dawn that felt like the beginning of something powerful, fierce, and beautiful. A love born in horror. Strengthened in danger. And meant to last long after the crimson moon stopped shining. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more stories like this.